Howdy all fellows, back at it again with another video. Now before I start today's video, I just want to say I hope everyone's having a good Thanksgiving Eve. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, perfect opportunity to spend time with family and more importantly, try to yang as many relatives as possible. We have a tweet here by Andrew Yang. Travel safe today, hashtag Yang Gang, and be nice to whomever is making the food. And he put hashtag Yangsgiving, which is pretty clever. So basically, Andrew Yang has officially released his tax returns in an exclusive article written by The Hill. And before we dig into the tax returns, we're going to watch this video of Yang saying that he will release his tax returns in the next number of days. Let's just watch it real quick.
Talk about tax returns. The majority of the field has released theirs. You have yet to release yours yet. I'm wondering, can we expect to see them and when?
You can expect to see them. You'll see they're very boring. I spent the last number of years running a nonprofit, and so you'll see that I just drew a paycheck and that there's not much of interest going on, but they'll be released in the next number of days. I actually thought they already were out there because I know my team's been working on it for a little bit.
Alright, so that video was uploaded on November 3rd, so it was not quite the next number of days since we are now on November 27th. And the reason I wanted to play this video before we dig into the tax returns is specifically for the part where Andrew Yang says they'll be very boring. He says you'll just see that he drew up a big check and you know that it was not much of interest going on, as he says hopefully these tax returns are rather boring. But yeah, let's dig right into them. Right here, the article reads, Democratic White House hopeful Andrew Yang released 8 years of his tax returns Wednesday ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Yang released returns for 2011-2018, the period after he created Venture for America, which offers 2-year fellowships to help recent college graduates work at startups. So right off the bat, we know Andrew Yang does his taxes. Obviously no scandal there, unlike a certain someone else that is trying their hardest to not release their taxes to the American public right now. But going forward, the returns don't include the period when he worked at a series of startups. Yang filed the tax returns jointly with his wife Evelyn, whom he married in 2011. The Yang campaign told The Hill that it decided to release Yang's tax returns starting in 2011 because the founding of Venture for America was a good milestone in his timeline. And yeah, 8 years should be enough. And yeah, I think most people will be satisfied with 8 years worth of tax returns. So article continues saying Yang's 2018 federal tax return reported adjusted gross income of $121,418 and total taxes of $16,581 for an effective tax rate of 13.7%. You know, nothing scandalous going on there. Much of his income came from his writing and speaking, capital gains, and income from rental, real estate, and royalties. So, speaking a bit on the fact that he got income from speaking. Earlier this year, there was some controversy over Yang giving speeches to companies such as JP Morgan and Chase and other big tech companies. People thought maybe Yang was being paid off, and hopefully that rumor doesn't rise up again with this recent tax return release. Basically, if it does come up again, all you have to know is that those speeches were in relation to his book, The War on Normal People, and they had nothing to do with affiliation to the campaign, and he definitely was not for bribery-related reasons. Like, Andrew Yang just doesn't do that. Yeah, no controversy there. We have here, Yang claimed the standard deduction at the federal level for 2018, but itemized his deductions on his New York State tax return. The state tax return reported charitable contributions of $4,186. Look at that. Yang donated to charities. That's good. 2018 was the first year people filed their taxes under Trump's tax cut law. So it looks like Yang actually benefited from Trump's new tax law by paying lower rates, larger standard deduction, and deduction for income from non-corporate businesses. All right. In most years during the 2011-2018 period, Yang reported adjusted gross income each year of between $100,000 and $300,000. He didn't report any income from wages and salaries for 2018, but a sizable amount of his income came from wages and salaries in the prior years, before he stepped down from venture for America in 2017. The year when he reported the highest adjusted gross income was 2016, when he reported adjusted gross income of $354,000. So yeah, Andrew Yang is not a billionaire, and I say that because there was a recent article, I want to say about a Huffington Post, that claimed Andrew Yang was one of the 3 billionaires in the race, along with Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg, but obviously that's not the case. Like, these are not numbers that a billionaire would make. Like, not in the... I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders, Warren, Biden, they're all richer than him. I think Yang is like actually like one of the least wealthiest people running in the race right now. So yeah, definitely not wealthy. Definitely not some wealthy tech. You know, he ran a nonprofit. He ran a nonprofit for 8 years. Like, come on. So the amount of Yang's charitable contributions varied considerably from year to year. He reported charitable contributions of $126,000. Okay, very charitable. All right, this is very important. Andrew Yang's tax returns show what America has come to know about him. He's an entrepreneur at heart while trying to balance the financial interests of his family. Yang campaign national press secretary told The Hill. Since leaving his job at Venture for America to run for president almost 2 years ago, he has devoted his time and energy to travel across our country to talk with voters and build a grassroots movement that has him now among one of the front runners for a Democratic nomination, Lee added. And so far what we've seen, this reigns pretty true. Of course, the full-on tax returns hasn't been released, just the information shared to The Hill. Hopefully that is available soon. Where were we? This talks about Yang's rise up in education, graduating Columbia Law School, being a lawyer for 5 unhappy months, as Yang says, working at Manhattan Prep, selling it, starting a Venture for America, announcing he's running for president in 2017. And yeah, basically it says Andrew Yang has finally caught up with the other top candidates in releasing their tax returns, besides Tulsi Gabbard. But I'm sure she doesn't really have anything, like any skeletons in her closet. I don't think she would. Michael Bloomberg has not released his tax returns, right? And then yeah, it finishes up talking about Trump not wanting to release his tax returns, as I hinted earlier in the video. But yeah, there we go. Andrew Yang has released his tax returns, and it seems as though if the reason he waited so long was, well, actually doesn't say, but yeah, for one reason or another, he waited this long to release them, and there was nothing like super juicy in them. There was nothing controversial or scandalous. Just literally, as Yang said, just they were rather boring. And that's exactly what we wanted. Alrighty. So that was a quick video. Well, pretty quick in terms of like my channel. I see we're already like nearing the 10-minute mark. But yeah, that was just a quick video I wanted to drop for y'all, especially because this is like breaking news, and I'm sure a lot of y'all were anticipating, you know, what were in those tax returns, and hopefully this isn't the only thing that Yang is dropping soon. I'm obviously referring to his healthcare plan. Pretty much every other top candidate has dropped their healthcare plan, so hopefully Yang, I'm sure they're working super hard on finalizing all the details. But yeah, hopefully he drops that soon. And yeah, it's just good that there's no tax return controversy like following him like a shadow. But yeah, there's no smoke or fire here. And Andrew Yang is clean as a whistle. But that's pretty much it from me. If you're watching this video in the day, I hope you have a good day. And if you're watching this video at night, I hope you have a good night. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Detective Lewis. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. Oh, and if I don't upload, I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving tomorrow.